Have you ever thought that the key to transforming your financial life could be found in a single piece of advice? Imagine waking up every day with the certainty that you are on the right path to wealth and prosperity. This isn't a fantasy. It's a reality accessible to those willing to listen and act. What if I told you that the answer might lie in a simple shift in mindset? Jordan B. Peterson, one of today's most influential thinkers, offers powerful insights that could revolutionize the way we view money and abundance. Here's the trick. What you do with your finances directly reflects your daily choices. Have you ever questioned your priorities? The truth is, many people get lost in empty promises and magic formulas, but the real secret lies in small, consistent actions. Think about it. What could you change today to ensure a prosperous future? Don't underestimate the power of a simple decision, as it could be the first step towards a path of wealth and success. Are you ready to find out how? Let's embark on this journey together. Importance of personal responsibility. When I look at my life and finances, I realize that personal responsibility is the starting point for any significant change. Taking responsibility for my actions, both good and bad, allowed me to understand that I am the only one responsible for my financial future. Instead of blaming external factors, such as the economy or other people's decisions, I started looking inward. This not only empowered me, but also made me realize that every decision, no matter how small it seems, has a cumulative impact on my financial life. This leads me to reflect on how many people feel powerless regarding their finances. They often say things like, "I can't save," or "I'm unlucky with money." However, by changing this internal narrative and taking responsibility, a powerful transformation process begins. When I recognized that my daily choices, like spending or saving, shaped my future, I took control of my financial life. Now, every time I make a decision, I ask myself, how will this affect my future? Personal responsibility also taught me the importance of learning from mistakes. Instead of feeling defeated by a poor financial decision, I see it as a learning opportunity. This mindset not only helped me avoid similar mistakes in the future, but also developed a resilience that is crucial in any financial journey. By taking control, I became more aware of my actions, which reflected in better management of my resources. Furthermore, taking responsibility for my finances helped me establish a behavior pattern that extends to other areas of my life. It's interesting how this mindset has spread. Since I began being more responsible, my health, relationships, and career have also improved. I realize that personal responsibility is a principle that can be applied in any aspect of life. And when you commit to being responsible, your chances of success increase. In the end, personal responsibility is not just about finances, but about becoming the best version of yourself. It is a commitment that requires self-awareness and determination. And by taking that commitment, I discovered that I not only improved my financial life, but also my overall quality of life. Setting clear goals. Setting clear goals was a turning point in my financial journey. Before understanding the importance of setting goals, I used to live on autopilot, letting life take me wherever it would. But when I began writing down my financial goals, something magical happened. I gained a focus that I didn't have before. It's like using a GPS. You know exactly where you're going, and more importantly, how to get there. One of the first steps I took was to break my goals into short-term, medium-term, and long-term objectives. For example, I had short-term goals, such as saving a specific amount by the end of the month, and long-term goals, such as buying a house or ensuring a comfortable retirement. This helped me maintain motivation, as each small step I took towards my goals made me more excited and committed to the process. Moreover, clarity in goals allowed me to measure my progress. I started using a spreadsheet to track what was working and what wasn't. This constant analysis helped me adjust my plan whenever necessary, and I realized that flexibility is essential in the financial journey. Goals are not a burden, but rather a guide that helps me navigate life's uncertainties. Another crucial aspect is that when you have clear goals, it's easier to say no to impulsive spending. When faced with a purchasing decision, I ask myself if it will bring me closer to my goals. This practice has not only helped me avoid financial traps, but has also strengthened my self-control and discipline. It's an incredible feeling to realize that I have the power to decide what's best for my future. Defining clear goals has transformed me from a dreamer into an achiever. By setting specific and measurable goals, I gained control over my financial life and, consequently, over my entire life. This shift in mindset and attitude was an essential step toward achieving the financial success I had always desired. The growth mindset. Having a growth mindset is like having a superpower in a world full of challenges. When I realized that the way I approach difficulties can directly affect my financial success, I decided to cultivate this mindset. What does this mean in practice? It means that I see each obstacle as an opportunity to learn and grow, rather than an insurmountable barrier. At first, it was easy to fall into the trap of a fixed mindset, where I believed my skills and talents were limited. However, when I began to adopt a growth mindset, I realized that learning is a continuous process. This led me to seek more knowledge about finance, investments, and personal development. Each new piece of information I acquired became a powerful tool, helping me make more informed and assertive decisions. A fascinating aspect of this mindset is the willingness to take calculated risks. When I understood that failure is not the end, but an essential part of learning, I began to explore new financial opportunities. This included investing in stocks, starting a small business, and even learning about cryptocurrencies. With each new venture, I was aware that I might fail, but I was also confident that regardless of the outcome, I would learn something valuable. The growth mindset also reflects how I handle feedback and criticism. Instead of viewing criticism as personal attacks, I learned to interpret it as opportunities for improvement. This not only helped me make wiser financial decisions, but also strengthened my resilience. By listening to different perspectives, I expanded my view of what's possible and learned to adjust my course as needed. Cultivating a growth mindset has made me more open to collaborations and partnerships. I realized that by sharing knowledge and experiences with others, we all benefit. This exchange of ideas not only enriched my own financial journey, but also helped me build a support network that is essential in times of uncertainty. Thus, the growth mindset is not just a way of thinking, but a way of living that positively impacts all areas of my life. The 80-20 rule. The first time I heard about the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, I was intrigued. The idea that 80% of results come from just 20% of causes made me reflect on my financial life in a completely new way. I began analyzing my spending and investments, and the discovery was revealing. Many of my expenses were unnecessary and didn't contribute to my financial well-being. For example, I used to spend a lot on dining out, not realizing that it consumed a significant portion of my budget. By applying the 80-20 rule, I realized that if I cut these expenses and focused on cooking at home, I could free up a considerable amount of money for savings and investments. This simple change had a direct impact on my ability to achieve my financial goals. Additionally, the Pareto principle also applies to investments. By analyzing my portfolio, I noticed that a small portion of my investments was generating the majority of my returns. This led me to reassess where I was putting my money and focus my efforts on the opportunities that were really delivering results. From then on, I began prioritizing investments that had higher return potential, rather than spreading my resources across multiple assets that in the end did not provide significant benefits. The 80-20 rule also helped me identify which activities generated the most value in my professional life. By focusing on tasks that had the greatest impact, I was able to increase my productivity and, consequently, my earning potential. This awareness led me to delegate or eliminate activities that weren't significantly contributing to my goals, freeing up time and energy to focus on the things that truly matter. Understanding and applying the 80-20 rule has transformed my approach to money and time. I've learned that by focusing on the few factors that truly make a difference, I can optimize my financial life and achieve more significant results. The simplicity of this principle is what makes it so powerful, and I'm grateful to have incorporated it into my journey. Investment in knowledge. When it comes to finances, one of the most valuable lessons I've learned is that the greatest investment you can make is in yourself. Knowledge is an asset that never depreciates. On the contrary, it tends to grow. Since I realized this, I've started dedicating a significant portion of my time and resources to learning about personal finance, investments, and personal development. Reading books, taking online courses, and participating in workshops have become part of my routine. I've found that with each new concept I learn, I'm not only increasing my ability to generate wealth, but also becoming a more informed decision maker. The importance of financial discipline. When I think of financial discipline, the image of an athlete preparing for a competition immediately comes to mind. Just as a runner cannot deviate from their training if they want to reach the finish line, I realized that to accumulate wealth, it's necessary to follow a financial plan with rigor. Discipline is what keeps us from spending impulsively and helps us stay focused on our financial goals. This often means needing to say no to certain fleeting desires. It's easy to be swayed by irresistible promotions and offers, but the real victory lies in resisting these impulses. I've learned that controlling my spending is not about deprivation, but about making conscious choices. Setting a budget that reflects my priorities has allowed me to direct my resources towards investments and savings rather than unnecessary expenses. Financial discipline has taught me to be patient and to understand that wealth is not built overnight, but through consistent small steps over time. Furthermore, discipline is not just about what you spend, but also about how you invest. Instead of following trends or fads, I've learned to do my homework and carefully assess where I put my money. This means taking the time to study and understand the assets I choose, whether it's a stock, a real estate fund, or any other type of investment. The financial return I seek comes from the conscious decision to act with discipline. Another fundamental aspect of financial discipline is developing healthy habits. It's not enough to just have a plan. It needs to be implemented daily. This might include simple practices like tracking all expenses or reviewing my financial situation monthly. Each small habit I adopt accumulates, building a solid foundation for my financial future. And believe me, the satisfaction that comes from maintaining these habits is unmatched. Financial discipline has also taught me the importance of having a contingency plan. Life is full of surprises and unexpected obstacles, and having an emergency fund is crucial. This discipline of saving and preparing for unforeseen events creates a sense of security that allows me to make financial decisions with more confidence. With this, I realize that I'm not only controlling my financial life, but also building a more stable future. Networking and relationships. You know the saying that connections are more important than knowledge? I always thought it was a bit of an exaggeration, but over time, I've realized that there's a lot of truth in that statement. Networking and the relationships we cultivate can open doors that initially seem closed. Throughout my financial journey, I've found that often a casual conversation can lead to an investment opportunity or a promising partnership. Building a network is not just about collecting business cards or adding people on LinkedIn. It's about cultivating genuine relationships where both parties benefit. By meeting and interacting with people from different fields, I have learned about new opportunities, market trends, and even valuable investment tips. These exchanges enrich my understanding of the financial world and help me make more informed decisions. An interesting aspect of networking is that it often leads to unexpected partnerships. For example, I met a colleague who, by sharing his experience on a project, inspired me to invest in an area I hadn't considered before. This exchange of ideas not only broadened my financial horizon, but also showed me the value of listening to and learning from others' experiences. True wealth lies not just in accumulating assets, but in sharing knowledge and experiences. Moreover, networking can be essential in times of crisis. During a tough period, I was able to rely on friends and colleagues who were willing to support me. Whether through advice, referrals, or even job opportunities, these connections became a cornerstone in uncertain times. The ability to lean on a strong network of relationships is one of the greatest assets I can have in my financial life. I must also mention the importance of giving back. Networking shouldn't be a one-way street. It's vital that I also offer my support and knowledge to others. This not only strengthens relationships, but also creates a cycle of trust and collaboration. By helping someone, I solidify my position within the network and often open doors to new opportunities. When done right, networking is a powerful tool for financial success. The power of perseverance. When I look at my financial journey, I can't help but recognize the fundamental role of perseverance. It's easy to feel demotivated when things don't go as planned, but it's at these moments that true strength is revealed. I've learned that perseverance is the ability to keep moving forward even in the face of difficulties and setbacks. Every obstacle I've encountered has become a learning opportunity, shaping not only my character, but also my view of what it means to be financially successful. One of the biggest challenges I faced was an investment that didn't work out. The feeling of failure was heavy, but instead of giving up, I decided to analyze what I had learned from the experience. This reflection led me to a better understanding of risks and the importance of diversifying my investments. Perseverance is not just about enduring, it's also about learning, adjusting the course, and continuing with more wisdom. Additionally, perseverance taught me the importance of celebrating small victories. Often, we get so focused on large, ambitious goals that we forget to acknowledge the steps we take toward them. Every savings, every successful investment, and every goal achieved deserves to be celebrated. This practice not only motivates me to keep going, but also reinforces the idea that I am on the right path. Another crucial aspect of perseverance is emotional resilience. The financial market can be volatile, and in times of crisis, it's easy to let fear take over. I've learned to stay calm and confident in my decisions, even when things get tough. This emotional resilience is a valuable asset that allows me to make rational rather than impulsive decisions, which in turn helps me maintain a healthy financial trajectory. Perseverance has also taught me the importance of having a clear purpose. When I know why I am working hard, it becomes easier to face challenges. My financial goals are more than just numbers on a spreadsheet. They represent dreams and aspirations. This emotional connection to my financial goals drives me to persist, even when circumstances are adverse. Thus, perseverance becomes not only a quality, but a true ally in the quest for financial freedom. Risk assessment. Talking about risk can be uncomfortable, but it's a fundamental topic when it comes to personal finance and investments. The first lesson I learned about risk assessment is that you can't avoid risks, but can manage them. Life is full of uncertainties, and the financial world is a reflection of that. The real skill lies in understanding which risks are acceptable and which should be avoided. This requires careful analysis and a good dose of self-awareness. An essential part of risk assessment is researching and understanding what you're investing in. When I first started investing, I simply followed friends' tips or market trends without really understanding what was behind those choices. This approach led to some disappointments. Today, I take time to analyze companies, market conditions, and other factors that can influence the performance of my investments. This preparation gives me more confidence to make decisions. Another important aspect of risk assessment is diversification. I've learned that putting all my eggs in one basket is a recipe for disaster. By diversifying my investments, I can minimize the risks associated with a single asset or sector. This strategy not only allows me to protect my capital, but also increases the chances of return. Diversification is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful tools I have in my financial arsenal. Furthermore, it is vital to be aware of my risk profile. Each person has a different risk tolerance, and by understanding mine, I can make decisions that are more aligned with my emotional and financial comfort. Over time, I've noticed that my risk tolerance increases as I gain more knowledge and experience. This self-awareness allows me to adjust my investment strategy and be more proactive in managing risks. Risk assessment is not just about numbers and statistics. It also involves a dose of intuition and sensitivity to the external environment. The market and economy are always changing, and being able to adapt my strategy according to these changes is crucial. This adaptability allows me to navigate turbulent waters and ultimately protect my assets and achieve my financial goals. Therefore, assessing risks is a continuous and dynamic practice that accompanies every decision I make. Investment diversification. When it comes to investments, diversification is one of the strategies I value most. I've learned that you can't rely on a single type of asset to ensure financial security and growth. Just as a farmer plants different crops to ensure a bountiful harvest, I also seek to diversify my investments to minimize risks and maximize returns. The influence of psychology on finances. When I look at my financial life, I realize that much of what I do is not just a matter of numbers, but also of emotions and beliefs. The psychology of finance is a fascinating area that explores how our feelings and thoughts affect our financial decisions. For example, when I feel afraid of losing money, it often leads me to avoid investments that could be beneficial. It's curious to think that often the barrier to financial success isn't the strategies we choose, but our mindset. Limiting beliefs also play a crucial role. I've always heard that money is dirty or rich people are greedy. These thoughts can trap us in a cycle of scarcity, where even when we have the opportunity to thrive, we hesitate to act. Understanding and questioning these beliefs was an important step for me. By recognizing that money is just a tool, I was able to begin changing them, and consequently my approach to it. Moreover, our emotional disposition toward money can influence how we spend. On a good day, it's easy for me to feel generous and spend more. On the other hand, on bad days, I may become excessively cautious, avoiding even necessary expenses. This emotional fluctuation not only affects my well-being, but can also impact long-term financial stability. I've learned that to manage finances well, it's vital to be aware of how my emotional state influences my decisions. Psychology is also involved in how we react to losses and gains. I noticed that the pain of losing money usually weighs more than the joy of gaining the same amount. This asymmetry can lead to risk-averse behaviors, where I prefer to avoid losses rather than seek gains. Understanding these emotional reactions is a crucial step to being more rational in financial decisions and maintaining a healthy balance in my investments and spending. Financial education is a powerful tool for shaping our psychology regarding money. The more I learn about finance, the more confident I feel in making decisions. This confidence not only reduces anxiety, but also empowers me to act more assertively in times of uncertainty. Therefore, investing time and effort in understanding the psychology of finance has been one of the keys to my prosperity. Entrepreneurship and innovation. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, and innovation is one of the drivers that fuels this desire. The idea of creating something new, whether a product or a service, excites me. Entrepreneurship is not just about starting a business. It's also about identifying opportunities in every corner of life. When I observe the market, I look for gaps that I can fill with a new solution. This mindset has led me to explore various areas, from technology to sustainable products, always seeking ways to add value. One of the biggest lessons I've learned on the entrepreneurial path is that innovation doesn't have to be revolutionary. Often, small improvements to existing processes can make a significant impact. Instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, I focus on understanding people's needs and how I can meet them more effectively. This approach has allowed me to build businesses that truly make a difference in people's lives, which in turn translates into financial success. Entrepreneurship has also taught me the importance of resilience. Not all the ideas I had became an immediate success. I learned that it is crucial to be willing to fail and learn from those failures. Every mistake I made brought me closer to success. This mindset of failure is just a learning stage has been essential to my journey. Instead of getting discouraged, each obstacle became an opportunity for innovation that drove me to keep seeking new solutions. Furthermore, entrepreneurship is intrinsically linked to the ability to adapt. The market is constantly changing, and I need to always be aware of new trends and needs. This flexibility has allowed me to quickly adjust my business model, seizing new opportunities as they arise. For example, when the pandemic hit, I had to quickly rethink several strategies and pivot to meet the emerging demand, which turned out to be a great opportunity. Collaboration plays a vital role in entrepreneurship and innovation. By working with others, I can combine different skills and perspectives, leading to more creative ideas and more robust solutions. This collaboration not only enriches the creative process, but also creates a support network that is invaluable on the entrepreneurial journey. At the end of the day, it's not just about building a business, but about contributing to an innovation ecosystem that benefits everyone. The value of time. Speaking of time, I have always considered this resource to be one of the most valuable we have. Time is the only asset that once lost cannot be recovered. When I realized this, I began to value each hour of my day more. Effective time management became a priority, especially when it comes to maximizing financial gains. I learned to plan my daily activities, prioritizing those that truly bring returns, whether in terms of money or learning. One of the most significant changes I made was implementing productivity techniques, such as the Pomodoro method, which helps me stay focused. By breaking my work into time blocks, I am able to maintain concentration and be more efficient. This efficiency not only helps me complete tasks more quickly, but also allows me to dedicate more time to what really matters: personal development and expanding my financial activities. This approach has been crucial to my growth, both personally and professionally. Moreover, time is a crucial factor when it comes to investments. I learned that the earlier I start investing, the more time my money will have to grow. The effect of compound interest is incredible, and the longer I let my investments mature, the more I can reap in the future. This long-term mindset is vital in building wealth. Often, I see people trying to achieve quick gains, but in reality, true wealth comes from a patient and persistent approach. Time also influences how I seek opportunities. I often find that the best opportunities arise when I am willing to invest time in learning or developing a new skill. Instead of just chasing quick money, I realize that building a solid foundation of knowledge and experience is what truly brings sustainable returns. This changes how I relate to work and money, focusing on what really matters. Reflecting on the use of time has led me to assess my priorities. Sometimes I realize that I am spending time on activities that do not add value to my life or finances. This awareness has made me cut certain commitments and focus on what truly brings satisfaction and return. By managing my time more effectively, I have not only improved my productivity, but also found a better balance between work and personal life. Time, indeed, is a precious resource, and learning to use it wisely has been one of the greatest lessons of my financial journey. Long-term mindset. I have always believed that having a long-term mindset is crucial for any success, especially when it comes to finances. In a world that values instant gratification, it's easy to get swayed by promises of quick gains. However, over the years, I have realized that the most significant results come from careful planning and commitment to long-term goals. This mindset has helped me resist the temptation of impulsive decisions that could have negative financial consequences. When I started investing, I realized that patience was necessary. The financial market is volatile, and it's easy to become anxious during downturns. However, by focusing on the long term, I am able to look beyond daily fluctuations and see the growth potential of my investments. This perspective has helped me remain calm and confident in my decisions, even when the situation seemed unfavorable. I've learned that often the best investment opportunities arise during crises. Furthermore, setting long-term goals has provided me with clarity about what I want to achieve. By defining clear financial goals, such as buying a house, retirement, or creating a fund for my children's education, I have been able to chart a path to achieve them. This vision motivates me to make conscious choices daily, prioritizing investments and savings that contribute to these goals. The long-term mindset has become a compass guiding my financial actions. An interesting aspect of the long-term mindset is that it also applies to personal development. I realize that the skills I build today may take time to translate into tangible results. Instead of expecting immediate outcomes from a new course or skill, I have learned to value the learning process and the persistence required to master something new. This approach not only reflects in my professional life, but also in my health and relationships. The long-term mindset is closely tied to resilience. When facing financial challenges, it's easy to become discouraged and lose motivation. However, by keeping the focus on larger goals, I can view obstacles as part of the process. This perspective helps me continue moving forward, even when facing difficulties. So, hey everyone, now let's get to the part that really matters. Action. Have you ever stopped to think about how many opportunities might be right in front of you right now? Jordan B. Peterson's advice could be your game changer. He talks about the importance of taking responsibility, and this is crucial for building your wealth. But how can you apply this in your daily life? How about starting to organize your finances? Create a plan that really works for you. Think about the small actions that, accumulated, can lead to great results. Have you imagined what your life would be like if you started investing a little of what you earn? And remember, abundance starts with mindset. Are you ready to change the way you think about money and wealth? What fears are holding you back from taking the first step? Leave your questions and share your achievements in the comments. Let's build a thriving community together. After all, when one of us grows, we all grow. And who knows, in the future, you might be the next success story we share here. Let's go for it.